What's up? It's Penuel the Black Pen. There's fewer things these days that frustrate me and upset me more than gender and race politics. And I think my anger is probably even more fueled by the fact that I've been a victim of this type of thinking for so long. The idea that an entire race of people can be bashed for the behaviors and the decisions and the atrocities of a select few. And similarly with men. I heard a story, and I haven't seen the clip yet, but I heard a story that a white person somewhere was addressing the Minister of Police, Bheki Cele, on some of their failures as the police that are meant to be taking care of us in this country of South Africa. And how this Bheki Cele got very angered and he chased this guy out. And now the story, I think, is trending because some people, not even some people, a lot of people are saying that that white guy was correct. And people are obviously catching feelings because it had to be a white person to tell Bheki Cele that. I saw Andile Mngxitama, the leader of EPLF, saying that Bheki Cele mustn't be attacked by white racists. And I'm like, just because the guy's white, he can't tell the truth now. He has to keep quiet. Watching the country of South Africa burn because of black leadership. The reality that a lot of people are very uncomfortable with is the fact that not all slaves, black slaves in the past, were kidnapped and stolen by white slave masters. A lot of them were sold by black kings and queens, sold for pouches of gold coins. Not all black people are good people. We may have been victims, of course, of racist authority figures. The apartheid system oppressed all black people, regardless of how talented or good you were as a black person. And of course, the bulk of white people benefited from that. It's what's called white privilege. And even the best of white people who are empathetic, sympathetic, good white people, unfortunately benefited from white privilege. It's just how the world works. In the same way, for the fact that I have a penis, when I walk in the streets, I am not a target for getting raped or getting as easily mugged as a woman. It's called male privilege. And I have to understand and embrace that that's a real thing. A woman walks into the streets and she's scared that she might get raped or mugged by other people out there. Same thing that I'm scared of. If I go to prison, I'm scared of getting raped. Women are scared of that if they walk in the streets. So I have male privilege. But the bottom line is just because I have a penis doesn't mean I'm a rapist. Doesn't mean I'm a bad person. And it doesn't mean I must get bashed for the evil deeds of certain men. We live in a country, we live in a world where race politics is the agenda of the day. Evil, corrupt, oppressive, exploitative black people will use the race card to carry on exploiting and bashing and stealing. People like Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, who's become a BEE fat cat, who has become exactly like evil white leaders of the apartheid government. He's no different. Even someone that I admire like a Jacob Zuma, if you look at how him and his family and his friends have benefited while the country has burned. Thabo Mbeki, who is actually the first reason why we have load shedding in this country, refusing to approve budgets for maintaining power plants and building power plants in this country so that they could privatize Eskom, which they couldn't do back then, they're trying to do now. Your black political leaders sat with the same oppressive, white Afrikaans, racist leaders of apartheid, and they negotiated a settlement under CODESA. And they managed to run the country for one term together. And today they do business together. And they're friends and they live in the same neighborhoods. And you wonder, how do these people become friends? It's because they are the same creature. But you missed it because of race. There are so many good white people that vote for the DA and the Freedom Front Plus purely because of race. There are good black people that vote for the ANC and the EFF purely because of race. They almost don't even care how destructive these people are. And then you see the gender-based violence agenda. Foreign companies overseas are pumping money into NPOs in this country to fight GBV, to paint all men, and in particular black men, as these evil rapists that beat and kill their women. 99.9% of men in this country have not committed any crimes. They are not beating their women. A lot of them are present for their kids. A lot of them are present for their partners. This whole culture of women expecting e-wallets, women expecting a man to Uber them, women expecting a man to take them out. The number of flowers and chocolates and cards that are bought on Valentine's Day by men. The number of fathers that are present in their daughters' lives, that are paying their daughters' school fees. The number of men that are teaching women how to defend themselves. The number of men who are teaching women how to carry and shoot guns. The number of male neighbors that come in when they see a woman struggling, that help her carry. All of these men, good men, that get bashed because of a 0.1% of bad men in this country. All of us now have to carry the fucking burden of those men, and it's wrong. But there's an agenda out there to get us to fight. To get good men and good women to fucking hate each other and fight over evil men and evil women. Men are not bashing women. Women are the biggest killers of children in this country. Women are the biggest traffickers of children in this country. Women buy the most muti from evil izangoma batagati to go and poison their men and their children. The stories are out there, the stats are out there, it's pretty clear to see. But there's no agenda to bash women because they'd rather pump women to hate men, especially black women, when there should be unity amongst good people. Good men and good women should be holding hands and saying, there's an evil woman doing bad things. There's an evil man doing bad things. Let's unite and make sure that we outroot this evil in our society. Good black people, good white people, good Indians, good coloreds, good Chinese people should be holding hands and saying, how can we work together to rid ourselves of bad people? Whether it's a politician, whether it's a business owner, whatever the case may be. Race and gender politics is destroying the fabric of society, and you guys are missing it. I missed it. I was emotional for the longest time. Talk about white supremacy, white privilege, no, fuck white people. I was talking all of this shit. The same way I hear a lot of women saying, you men, you must tell your brothers, you must tell your friends to stop raping us. I'm like, who the fuck of my brothers and my friends is beating and raping you? Let's isolate that individual and let's fix them, or let's bash them, or let's get them punished or jailed or whatever the case may be. But now I'm getting attacked for what other bad men somewhere else did to you. That's wrong. That's so wrong, and I get it now. And other people, of course, don't get it, and it's fine, but I have to speak out on this. Non-racialist is what I am, but a non-racialist doesn't mean I suck up to all whites. I like all Indians. I like all Chinese people. No. And non-racialist doesn't mean I hate black people. No. What being a non-racialist means is that if I am a good person, I care about other good people regardless of their race. It doesn't mean I will defend white racists. It doesn't mean I will defend Indian racists or Chinese people who exploit other people. It means I care about good people. I care about your character, your values, not what race you were born into. And I don't care if you have a penis or a vagina. Are you a good person? Are you a strong person? Are you willing to fight to make society better? Or are you evil? I will not defend you as a woman while you financially exploit other men, while you slap and beat up other men. And you're like, I'm doing this for other women. Fuck that. You are evil. You are an evil human being, and I don't fucking care if you've got breasts and a vagina. You're a bad person. You can be a black person, black, but you're stealing from the poor. You're oppressing the poor. You're corrupt. But I must keep quiet because you're black and celebrate that you're a black business owner. No, dog. You're no different to an oppressive white business owner. But you're hiding behind your skin and your race, and I must support you blindly because you happen to be black. That's evil. Absolute evil. So I wanted to just speak about that, and I really hope in one way or another, as difficult as this concept is, because the propaganda is out there. Centuries and centuries of black oppression, colonization, apartheid. When you look at the slave trade, Kunta Kinte, Stephen Bantu Biko, Robert Mangaliso Sobugwe, Chris Hani, Solomon Mahlangu, all our black women that were raped to give birth to the colored nation. We still see white racists to this day who think blacks are second-class citizens. Everywhere the propaganda is shoved down your throats. Kanye West was speaking out about Black History Month in America. Can we stop focusing on Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and focus on progressive, amazing black people that are doing great things? and speak about a Black Future Month. What is the future of black? The propaganda is so deep because the elite few who run this world and who are evil need us divided and at each other's throats as good people, because that's how they get to rule and conquer us while we stay ignorant. Penalism is about looking beyond race, looking beyond gender, and finding the values, the character of a person, the animal inside the person. That's animalism to me. What animal are you? I don't care what race, nationality, gender you are. What animal are you? That'll determine if you're part of my animal tribe or not. We all need to do so much better. Read the stats, look at the data. When you say men are doing, go and look at the numbers. Go and look at the numbers and stop letting the media and the news pump fake stats down your throats and make you fake angry. It's not going to work. It's destructive. It makes things worse than they are. And we can all do so much better. Love you guys very much. Have a great day. Pen you all the black pen. Cheers.